Fall is coming. The trees are starting to change colors. There is a bite of chill in the air. The leaves will soon be tumbling down and coating the forest floor in a coat of leaves. I will say, this description of fall that I've just given might be more region specific than I originally considered. If you're on the equator, I assume it just kind of stays the same temperature. The southern hemisphere is like completely flipped, isn't it? So does that mean it's almost springtime for them? Well, anyways, if you're in the northern half of the United States, you're about to experience some colorful leaf changes and then tumbling downs of them. And it's a really wonderful time. And here's the thing about fall, is that with fall there comes music that sounds good during the fall. And I'm here to talk about that because it's a passion of mine. It's one of my passions. So for all my fall fans, for anybody out there who cares, these are the best albums to listen to during the fall. In 11th place, I have the album Nectar by Joji. Now this album is included at the specific request of a person named my wife. She is a big fan of this album. I wasn't going to include it, but she spoke to me. I said, okay, reasonable. And a big reason why I do that for this album is because of the song Mr. Hollywood. That song is amazing. You should hear Mr. Hollywood at the very least. For 10th place, I have What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. This album, perfect album for rainy day fall weather, okay? You can just look at the cover of the album and that weather that he's standing in, that's the weather you want to be in for this album. And you're gonna have a wonderful time. 9th place, I'm gonna give to an album, I don't know, it's called like, it's two O's, two capital O's together. Double O? Should we call it Double O? Double O by Zion T. Now, this album is the album that made me aware that fall music even existed. And it sent me down a spiral. After that, I was like, okay, so this is a thing now. This is a whole genre that I need to get into. This album's just effortlessly fall. Perfect pre-winter snack for your ears. The discovery of Zion T and his album Double O is actually what led me to the next album on this list, Kyohyun's Fall Once Again. When I tell you that the singers in Korea, they are making fall bops and bangers out there. Like, they recognize that this is a genre. They get it. Up next on the list, I have You Clouds Rain by Haze. This is another album that I discovered after Zion T got me into this. I have written here, this EP completely destroyed me, put me back together, only this time in a denim jacket. Up next on my list is Blonde by Frank Ocean. This album is really alarmingly perfect. It took me a long time to get into it because I kept trying to listen to it during not fall. But everything started to fall into place when I listened to it when things were falling into place, leaves falling. Up next, Tsai Chin has a really, really wonderful album here. This album is perfect. Her voice is just gonna take you somewhere. You're gonna hear this and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, my golly, deck the halls with holly? That's a little early for that. Damn. Am I the next Eminem? I don't know why I did that. In 4th place, I'm talking about the album Control by SZA. This album is an incredible vibe. It's the perfect album to play when you're home and you're reading a book and it's cold and you're like, you know, cozied up. Great vocals from her voice. It almost sounds like all of the instruments on this album were played by leaves as they fell. Or, if you don't live somewhere where leaves fall in the fall, something else that falls. I would describe it as the perfect fall album if you want one of your fall songs to be exclusively about pussy and also feature Kendrick Lamar. That's probably the best way I can put that, and I'm sorry. 3rd place. This album is so wonderful, I can't even talk or think about it enough. It's called Imploding the Mirage by The Killers. I love this album so much. From the first lyrics in this album, which are, I tried going against my own soul's warning, but in the end, something just didn't feel right. That lyric right there sets you off on this blasting train that carries you somewhere and then carries you back politely. This is the album that you want to listen to when you got your light jacket on and you're walking through the falling leaves and the cool. You're twirling in these leaves, right? You're twirling. You're feeling really intensely alive. Every breath of air into your lungs feels fresh, and you feel like you could stay in this place right here forever, and it would be a wonderful existence. That's what you're gonna get from this album. I swear to God. I swear to God. Alright. Second place. This is a big place. It is Ventura by Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak. What did I just say? I think it's Anderson .Paak, but I have been saying Anderson .Paak my whole life. It's the same thing happened to me with SZA, where I was calling her SZA this whole time. And it's that thing where like you just read it and you never hear it, and so you think that it's one way and it's another way. For example, hyperbole, I thought that was hyperbole. Ricochet, I thought that was Rich Rocket. That one doesn't even make sense. I don't know why. Sigh, I always read as sigh instead of but that was specifically when I was reading Calvin and Hobbes. So then I would walk around as a kid and I would go sigh instead of actually go anyways, that's really besides the point. Calvin and Hobbes is probably good reading for fall. Ventura by Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak. I got look, this album, okay, everybody knows Silk Sonic. Everybody knows that album is like creamy smooth and perfect for fall. But I say no. I say Ventura is better than Silk Sonic. Yeah, it's groovy, it's wild, it's deranged. It's designed to be listened to while wearing a sweater. Everybody should be listening to that right now. Oh wait. I have no watch on. Who wants to know what the #1 fall album to listen to is? Because I sure do. We're talking about the album Winterim by Private School Boys. Folks, this is an album for the ages. This is one of the all-time greats, and what drives me crazy about it is nobody knows about it. I am very privileged to have known about it since the day that it came out. This band they're kind of indie, they're kind of underground. Not a lot of people know about them, so it's really cool that I do. And now you do, so you're in on the know, and we get to be in on this together, and that's cool for us. Y'all gotta check this album out, though. This is one of those bands that deserves to be topping the charts, and just isn't, because the world is not a just place for bands called Private School Boys. We live in a very specific world. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, do yourself this favor. Go find this album, download it, listen to it for the entirety of fall. It's so wonderful, and I'm actually gonna show you just a little glimpse of it later. That's the whole list. Okay, another thing that kind of comes with, did I spit? Another thing that comes kind of with fall is Halloween, right? There's a King Gizzard song that is a good Halloween song, Witchcraft. Look it up if you're looking for a Halloween Jimmy Jam. The other thing I'm gonna talk about is Turn Off the Light by Kim Petras. That's like poppy boppy, but all of them have a Halloween theme. Last thing I'll mention is the song Angel Baby by Troye Sivan. Not the normal version, I'm talking about the slowed down version. If you're listening to the regular version of Angel Baby, you're doing it wrong. I don't care if the slowed down version was just some TikTok trend or something. I don't care. I don't care why the slowed down version exists. It is the definitive version of Angel Baby. Literally, when the chorus hits you, you're gonna feel like your soul get torn apart and stitched back together. Every time I hear it, I have to do this like kind of like oh sound. I do that. Oh, who am I? Elon Musk being Wario? Damn. Hey, I have crafted a fall playlist that is 27 plus hours long. It's 27 hours and a couple minutes, but that's a long playlist. It has all these albums and songs that I've mentioned, except for the Halloween stuff. I'm gonna link that playlist down below. It's an Apple Music playlist, because that's what I use. Anyways, check it out. Let me know what your favorite fall albums are. Let me know what you're listening to in the fall, because fall is coming, and I'm always looking for more. If I can make that playlist 30 hours, that's great for me. Please, for the love of God, subscribe to my video, comment on my channel, and leave a like on... Yeah, no, I tried. Look, 3 things: like, comment, subscribe. You only have to do one of them, which is subscribe, and then you should do the other 2 as well. I was rewatching my old videos. I rewatched my Be a Man video, and I end that video by saying if we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna donate like almost $2,000 to charity. I didn't remember that I'd made that promise. I can't afford that, so I need a lot more people to subscribe so that maybe we can monetize this, so that I'm actually able to do that when 10,000 people get here. But yeah, we're gonna play ourselves out to Private School Boys here, all right? This is why I need y'all on my Private School Boys grind, okay? This is what we've been missing out. gonna make it through the weather. Never splits a feather, never thinks I want. Come on! Ruby's keeping busy ever since I met her. She's busy and no one knows the better. The house got the things, but it's there if you let her. We are on God's time now, so take a seat. There's no need to rush it. We have seen the following words 1,000 times. There's no surprise about it. Seeds fall from lofty trees on a cornerstone. Will they ever know? If you want me more than anything you ever wanted, enough to fill It's fall! It's fall! We made it! It's fall again! We're there!